some of you know that I've done my Vipassana for 10 days here in Australia, and this is just my experience, and I want to talk to you about you know, how I was before going to Vipassana. And also, like, the one thing that I will say is I recommend that everybody on this planet does it, because it's so profound and beautiful, and you get to end your own suffering and your own misery, which is why not. But I also want to apologize for the quality of this video. It's not my best. It's just filmed on my phone and when I was driving to my Vipassana center, so everything's shaky, and sorry about the sound, but you will get the message hopefully. And also, just if you are going to do it, you know, I'll link the link down below for the website for you to sign up for it. It's pretty much free or donation only. You can either donate your time or as much money as you can afford. And I would definitely recommend, if you are going to do it, to bring lots of snuggly socks and clothes that are going to be comfy and keep you comfortable throughout the meditation. Those of you who don't know what Vipassana is, it is basically a technique that Buddha discovered when he became enlightened. How all of our misery that we experience could be transformed within the framework of our own body. So other than understanding things intellectually, you actually get to experience them for yourself. So other than humans, we either react or we either express or suppress. Is for you to learn to be equanimous and to just basically be the observer in life and not be so reactive. If you're feeling that you always blow up at people and you're super reactive, or you're quite depressed and anxious, or that you know you have a lot of grief or guilt in your life, then I would highly recommend you definitely look into this, because it's going to change your life. And I'm not even kidding, like, it's absolutely crazy. And Buddha basically discovered this very simple technique that's not linked to any religion or anything else. It's literally, you just observe your own breath, and there is nothing else involved. It's just silence, your own breathing, and your own mind. You get to become a master of your own mind, get to overcome really bad, deeply rooted habits on a subconscious level. You get to heal from the past and actually get to see things for the ultimate truth, how nature works, the laws of nature. And there is no denying how, you know, there is all these things are what they are. It's because nature, that's how nature works. And anyway, I'll share with you in my next clip like how I was, and then a week after my Vipassana course, what I've realized within myself and what my friends have seen difference in me. And again, if you guys want to do it, I would highly recommend you do it. Just sign up to a course near you, because it's international, and just bite the bullet and do it. Honestly, it's going to change your life, and I want to hear all about it. So here is my experience of Vipassana. Feeling all sorts of things. I definitely would say, like, mentally I am, like, you know that meme where it says you just got like 101 things opened and you don't know where the music is coming from? Well, I feel that that's how I'm feeling when it comes to just my headspace at the moment. I feel like I've got so many things to finish up and so many things to do and address and deal with. And I have been in a state of slight anxiety as of late, and just feeling quite like overwhelmed and like everything's on top of me. So I feel that this is a perfect time for me to go for my Vipassana, which, if you don't know, it's basically a 10-day silent meditation that you do in various centers. We can't have any technology for 10 days. We're not going to be eating sugar. There's going to be no caffeine. They will feed us very simple food. will meditate hours and hours on end every day and overcome that monkey mind, I guess, you know. So the monkey mind, it's just really getting together with your inner stillness, and I feel like I've been called to do this for quite some time, and I am really looking forward to it, but at the same time I'm such a doer that I wonder how I'm gonna feel knowing that I'm literally not gonna do anything for 10 days. We can't write, we can't read, we can't listen to music, we can't you know, obviously there's no phones, and that's, you know, all these things are a part of my everyday life. And just to know that I can't even make eye contact with anyone. So it's definitely another epic challenge that I'm putting myself through, which I love doing. And I mean, I'm just driving into the Natural Bridge, which is a national park here in Queensland, and it's just so beautiful. Like, I'm going past these like beautiful forests, and it's gonna be pretty epic. I feel like there are certain things about my character at the moment that are really challenging me. There are definitely certain emotions and things that I really would like to address, and other having all these people tell me like how to heal myself and what I should be doing in life. I want to come to those real deep realizations myself. I really want to be able to just unleash my full potential and step into my real purpose in life, because again lately I just been feeling like nothing exciting is really happening. But yeah, I feel also I need to really dive into gratitude and be super grateful for everything in my life and myself and all of my so-called problems. These days I go to meditate and I literally like fall asleep, so it's really not productive. I'm just resting more than meditating. And so I guess we will see what happens after this meditation, and I hope I'll update you guys on how I'm feeling, because as you can see now I'm just like all over the place and I have so much going on, and like I just can't live like this anymore. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I'm staying in this room with 4 other people. It's not even like a hostel, it's like a prison. And my ego is just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna survive? I already feel like crying because I'm like, my beautiful room and my creature comforts. I mean, so for any of you who think that I'm out on a retreat or like some yoga thing, like there is no heating, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Now that it's been about a week since I've done my Vipassana, I thought I'll share with you my experience, because a lot of you have been asking, and I know a lot of you want to do it as well. So you just saw my whole kind of like what I was going through before I went to Vipassana. And now that it's been a week since I've left Vipassana and I did complete the 10 days, which I was super proud of myself. Basically, I wrote down some of my takeaways that I got from doing the 10-day Vipassana for the first time. So in terms of my background, I've done a lot of self-development, and I always love to become an even better version of myself, and always looking to just be a better person and to live a life full of purpose and meaning, and to really contribute to this planet. So I was quite anxious to the point of like, even when I was driving, I would feel a bit anxious and I would think that I'm always being stopped or something would happen. I would open up my emails and I'll also just feel like there's going to be bad news in my email box. And now that I'm out of it, that anxiousness and stress is gone. Like, it's completely vanished, because I felt like through the process of purifying my mind, you get to clear a lot of guilt and a lot of just this stuff that you have going on in your mind, which is just like made up, and you get to clear that. So yeah, I definitely feel a lot lighter, and even my friends who I've caught up with, you know, just they say like your energy and the way that you're definitely different, and I can feel it in your energy and just the way you're dealing with situations and things like that. And felt so much gratitude for the good and the bad and the past and everything. I again felt quite overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude after I finished the course, because it was just so profound, and I felt very just this feeling of contentment and the feeling of like, wow, that I haven't had in a long time. Not that I was depressed or anything before, but oh, hello, sunset. Not that I was feeling any major sort of mental stuff before, but like I said, there was just always an underlying kind of anxiousness, and I would react to situations and people a lot. And afterwards, I'm a lot more, just more of an observer, and just knowing that people are all on their own journeys, and some people are more, I guess, ignorant than others, and it's just to love people. And then the monkey mind definitely got addressed, and I felt that although my thoughts are still there, but I'm just a lot more creative with my thoughts, and I'm a lot more like focused in what is it that I'm trying to achieve by thinking about that thing. I don't entertain a thought that's unproductive and that's trying to fabricate another story that's gonna cause me misery. I literally just think about things that are productive, and even in meditation, I still can't just fully, completely meditate for like a whole hour and just have my focus on the body sensations and my breathing. I still about things, but it's still productive thoughts, whether it's thoughts of release or whether it's thought about future plans or anything else like that. Definitely peace of mind, and this kind of mind balance that you are told to try and I guess sustain through meditating an hour in the morning and an hour in the evening, which I have been doing. And it's just, that's the beauty of this technique, is that it only actually gets better the more you do it. And yeah, obviously I have got a lot more clarity and like a non-reaction to people and situations, although still I am still not a saint, and there are still feelings that come up for me, but I'm so aware of my body sensations and trying to understand what the root cause of that feeling is, and again just kind of feeling through it other than just reacting to it. And yeah, like I definitely learned how to meditate, and now I can meditate for an hour and 2 hours a day, which is like a massive breakthrough, and I actually prioritize it. So that's massive for me. In terms of like, if you were like, just give you an idea of what happens, it's pretty much like a monk. You live like a monk or a nun, from a donation from other people. You get given food which is like Indian Ayurvedic inspired, which doesn't stimulate your mind too much and doesn't dull your mind too much. So it's very tasty, but it hasn't got massive amounts of chili or salt and pepper and garlic and onion. So it's very yummy. We had different dishes for lunch every day, but we had pretty much porridge and dates and toast and tea for breakfast, and then you get a really yummy lunch, and then for dinner you basically just only have fruits and tea. And then I ended up having crackers with some tahini, just because too much fruit every day was just way too acidic for me. And yeah, there is no distractions, so you can't actually distract your mind by reading or writing or listening to something or even exercising or doing yoga, because the whole 10 days is designed for you to really go inwards and for your mind not to distract itself by talking or doing anything, but to actually focus and to calm down. Yeah, I had a really good detox from coffee and technology, which was amazing. And it just, again, I have a much more healthier relationship with Instagram and social media now. I don't have that whole like comparison or feelings of stuff when I go through my feed. I'm definitely more of a creator than a consumer as well. But it's just nice to be very balanced and equanimous when I'm looking through my Instagram feed. And I'm sure a lot of you could be able to relate that, you know, sometimes Instagram makes you feel some either good or bad or whatever, like it affects us. And then yeah, you do 10 hours of meditation every day. You wake up at 4, you meditate for 2 hours, you have breakfast. It's the same program all over the world, and it works. It works, and you just have to follow the program. Don't try and do it your way. Just follow the teachers, follow the teaching, follow the program, and you are bound to be successful. Successful. That's what the teacher says. That's his little saying. And then yeah, you really get to release and let go of just your really deep rooted beliefs on a subconscious level, where your body keeps reacting to the sensations that you get through, you know, your eyes, your ears, your senses. It's like we just programmed to react, but this technique teaches you not to react, so you get to release a lot. And I did cry on day 3. I had a really surreal experience where my whole body was just energy, and I felt lots of tingling and lots of good, not good, but just like a really like out of body experience. But it wasn't the bonga that they speak about, but I'm sure it was something where my mind was so focused on the breathing that I actually got to experience this like next level of calmness and dissolvement. But again, my experience is my own, and everybody's experience is totally different. So don't try to, like, if you are going to do it, don't feel like, oh, I'm supposed to have this experience on day 3. Like, it's really different for everyone. And yeah, I felt that like on many levels I did end my own suffering and my own misery that I kept on telling myself from, you know, feeling betrayed and being like cheated on and all sorts of things that happened in my life. And my teacher told me a really beautiful saying that your grief is as big as your love. And I feel that that's so true. I feel like us with the biggest hearts, we actually also experience the bigger pain, but it's about learning how to still be love and compassionate and not allowing our hearts to be affected by those people who were just miserable and suffering themselves. And actually I got this really beautiful realization again on day 3 that my heart and all those parts of me that I tried to protect by having all these massive you know, shields and barriers and stuff, it's those parts of me can never be broken. And I just need to let down my guard and love freely and love openly. And in meditation that also made me cry, because I got to see how much love I have to give, and I'm so sometimes so rigid and so like protecting myself. but I don't need to, because those parts of me can never be broken. And I hope that you can also get to experience that. And that's the main and most profound part of the meditation and the technique in the 10 days, is that other than you understanding things intellectually, you actually get to experience it yourself in the framework of your own body. Like these distinctions, like mind over matter, and this too shall pass, and all of these things, it's like we say them and we understand them, but actually it's so profound when you get to experience it on like yourself, you know. I guess the level of non-attachment, and how after I left, I try and think about people in my life who I felt like an energetic connection or attachment to, and actually after meditation there was just nothing there. Like I didn't feel bad, I didn't feel good, I don't feel any bitterness or resentment towards those people who either wronged me or betrayed me or did good or did bad. It's just like I just feel completely just equanimous towards them, and it's just love. And I feel that that's the biggest gift that you could give yourself, is not to feel any more attachment or resentment or bitterness or any of those emotions that actually are poison to you. And for you to free yourself from those feelings, it's just the most beautiful gift that you can give to yourself. So literally, if you're watching this and you haven't done the Vipassana, you should definitely check out centers near you. It's free or by donation only. You can donate your time, you can donate money that you can afford towards another person doing it, but 100% do it. It's probably the most profound and the most amazing thing that you'll ever do for yourself. And do it honestly, and watch the documentary about people in prisons in India doing this meditation, and the kind of breakthroughs that they had. You know, serial killers, people that are innocent and been jailed for years and years in the Indian prison, you know, the breakthroughs that they have by just learning this one simple technique. It's absolutely phenomenal. So please do it for yourself. And if you have somebody who's suffering, who are depressed or in just a really bad place, then maybe send them a link to their organization and the website, and get them to look into it as well. So it just needs to be 10 days. There is usually a waiting list, because there is a lot of people in the world that need this teaching. But yeah, there is always going to be a place and a time for everybody to do it. So just basically go and sign up and do it yourself, and let me know how you get on. Reach out to me on Instagram, and I would love to hear if you've done it, what kind of changes it's made to your life. And I'm just wishing you so much love and compassion, and may all beings be happy, and may all beings experience real peace and real harmony in their hearts and in their lives, and be kind to one another. Lots of love, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.